I got that good life. I knew everything was gonna be alright, though the wind may blow and the hate feels low. Keep moving on and let go. Add color into your soul. Now life's like a movie, camera pose. One time for the girl, Channon Rose.
Hi, I'm Channon Rose, and in case you are new here, I have been terrible at posting on this channel, and I'm very sorry. I have no good excuse. I kind of just suck at life, and yeah. But you may notice I'm in a new location, and that is because I bought a new house. This battery is gonna die. God, be kidding me. Hold please. I did a whole empty house tour on my vlog channel because I post there every day in case any of you guys want to watch any of those videos. Oh, also, I'm gonna be at Vidcon. I'm filming this on a Friday. I'm gonna be at Vidcon tomorrow, so by the time either you see this, I'm at Vidcon Saturday the 13th. I'm doing a meet and greet. The information will be down below. I think it's just a really short one from like noon to 1 or something like that. So if you guys are gonna be at Vidcon, definitely I would love for you guys to come say hi to me. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a story time about some of the celebrities I've dated. I feel like I have talked about some of these. I've talked about some of the celebrities I've dated, but I've never like flat out given their name, and there's good reason for that. But in my book, I give some hints that anybody, if they really want to, can figure out who these people are. So I decided that I'm going to read to you guys from my book a chapter of how I dated some of my clients when I escorted, and I thought that that could be entertaining for you guys. I know you guys really like my story times and how scandalous they are, and how gross I am. So why don't we do that until this battery dies. So this is chapter 17 in my book. If you guys haven't got it, The Story of Channon Rose Part 2. It's called Dating My Clients. Okay. The client in New York was the first client I dated. The second one was probably my most high-profile client ever. He was the heir of a very well-known bank and investment company. I didn't meet him through my agency, but through a friend who also saw him. She told me I would meet up with him at a hotel and wouldn't tell me who he was. When I met up with him, I was pleasantly surprised because he was good-looking and he was really cool and fun. I spent the night with him in his hotel, and after that night, he wanted to date me. I finally found out who he was after we started dating because he didn't want to tell me for obvious reasons. I just knew he had a lot of money and maybe did something important, but I had no clue what it was. Once I found out, I had been so used to being around high-profile celebrities and public figures that it really wasn't that big of a deal to me. I didn't know it at the time, but he had a serious drug problem. I noticed occasionally he would doze off, but I didn't do drugs during this time. I only drank a lot, so I would get really drunk and not know exactly what he was doing. He definitely hid that he was doing drugs, for sure. He definitely hid that he was doing drugs, and I don't know the exact drugs he was doing, but I'm pretty sure he was doing heroin and probably taking a ton of Xanax and mixing that with wine. I'm really lucky that he never ended up dying on me. We will call him Mr. M. So there's lots of hints that I give you in here, and if you are a good detective, you can easily figure out who this is. Mr. M had a place in an undisclosed location, and I got to stay there all the time, and I felt so fancy when we hung out. Everywhere we went, people catered to us as if we were royalty. Well, he kind of was, but I was far from it. He flew me back and forth from LA to his house, and he didn't care that I did porn. He just didn't want me escorting with other people. One thing about Mr. M was he was really weird with his money. He would always ask if I was dating him for his money, and I would always have to reassure him that I was actually losing money by dating him because he didn't want me to escort. What I'm saying is I didn't need his money. I wasn't with him for his money. I wasn't a gold digger, and I wasn't trying to marry this guy. I am sure he has had to deal with all kinds of weird people because of who he was, but he didn't have to worry about me. Deep down, I think he knew that. We would go on so many fun trips, but he was on drugs the whole time, and I didn't know that. And the fact that he was on drugs didn't dawn on me until I ended up in Mexico with him and one of my girlfriends I invited. And then I even put pictures in the book of like the trip and my friends. I blurred my friend's face out though for her privacy. It literally says living my best life in Mexico. He had a huge house in Mexico on the water, and our trip was going great. We were out one night clubbing in Mexico, living our best life, and then I started looking around for Mr. M, and he was nowhere to be found. I started getting worried because we were in the middle of nowhere at a club in Mexico, and it's just me and my girlfriend, and I didn't even know how to get back to the house we were staying at, and I was convinced someone was holding him hostage for ransom or something crazy. We went looking everywhere trying to find him. Neither of us had brought money with us to the club, so we couldn't even try to get a hotel. I tried calling him a million times, but his phone was off. We were basically stuck in Mexico, and my boyfriend had disappeared. We somehow managed to get a ride and find the house we were staying in, but Mr. M was not there. The next day came around and he was still missing. I was a wreck. I didn't know what to do. We called the hospitals, the police, but no one knew where he was. I was really worried and concerned because we were in a different country and it was a really fucked up situation. We felt like we were stranded, because we were. We finally made it safely back home to find that Mr. M had left Mexico entirely and was at his house safe and sound. We ended up finding out that he went to try to get drugs when we were out at the club, but he couldn't find any. He must have ran out of all of his drugs, and so he booked it back home to the States and full on left my friend and I behind in Mexico. Not cool. I guess that is what drugs do you. I guess that is what drugs do to you. I remember when we were in Mexico, we were searching all around the house looking for him, and I went into the bathroom and I saw a bunch of pill bottles with the labels all ripped off. He wanted to make sure his name and information were not left behind. That is when I realized, oh fuck, my boyfriend is probably a drug addict. He ran out of pills and left me in Mexico. I later found out after that whole situation that his assistant put him in rehab, and I didn't talk to him again after that. After Mr. M, I dated Dustin Flint, who is the nephew of Larry Flint of Hustler. They all work in the family business, and I ended up meeting Dustin and we started dating. That relationship was a bit different because he was such a playboy. We had an open relationship, so it was okay for him to hook up with other girls and for me to hook up with other guys, but we were still together and dating each other. We would have crazy sex parties. He would get me to invite all my friends over and we would all get drunk and do drugs. He was fun to date because he understood the adult entertainment world. However, I soon found out I was dating somebody I didn't know very much about. He decided to fly me in his private jet to Oklahoma, to his hometown, because he thought it would be fun for me to go experience it. One of the days we were there, he told me he needed to run an errand real quick. I told him it was no problem, so we drove over to this really nice house and parked right in front. He smiled at me and kissed me before he got out of the car and said, "Be right back." I then watched this girl come out of the house holding a baby. I thought to myself, how sweet, he's stopping by to visit his sister and her baby. When he got back in the car, I said, "What a cute baby, whose baby is that?" He nonchalantly said, "Oh, that's mine, she is my wife." Are you fucking kidding me? You guys, I have no idea. I was just like, what the fuck, are you kidding me? You were just now telling me that you're married and you have a kid? He brushed it off like it was no big deal. He told me he thought because I did porn that I wouldn't care. Just because I did porn didn't mean I had no morals whatsoever. I didn't have many, but I had some. That was just crossing the line for me. I guess the wife knew that he did stuff like this, but I didn't, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. And in the back of my mind, I always pictured myself getting married one day and having kids, and it just didn't feel right. It is different when I'm working, but I was dating him. So to me, it was different. I had fun with our sex parties and open relationship, but what I really wanted was a monogamous relationship. When I found out he was married with a kid, that ended our relationship pretty quick. Okay, so that was chapter 17 of my book. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and you like stuff like this, let me know and I'll make more. If you guys want more story times, thumbs up this video. I will definitely do that. What else? I just want to say thank you for still being here and watching my channel. I know that like I don't know, I feel like I just haven't been myself as much since I like went through my whole like fertility stuff and getting pregnant and having a baby. It's just been a lot going on, and I feel like I haven't been like my happy like self, and I'm just like, I don't know, I miss you guys, and I want to come back to this channel and I want to make videos like I was, you know, and I miss that with you guys. I miss like interacting with you guys and responding to all your comments. My battery died. basically what I was saying was I miss you guys, and I want to come back to this channel, and I want to make videos for you guys. And I think I just started getting a little bit discouraged because all my videos were getting demonetized, and as you guys know, this is like my job, so it was hard. But I'm back. I'm gonna still make my crazy videos and figure out ways to, you know, change with the times. So if you will let me, I will be very appreciative of that. And I just want to say thank you to all the people that are here supporting me still, and that I really appreciate you guys, like from the bottom of my heart. I love you, and I hope that somehow my videos are not just entertaining, but they also inspire you, or you can learn from them in some way. That's like why I make them. So yeah, learn from my mistakes. I could be like your big sister, or like your mom, or whatever. But yeah, I think that's it for now. And yeah, let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see me shoot next. Also, I can't wait for you guys to see my new house when I decorate it. It's like totally empty. We just got the couch delivered, but that's like really all that's in here. We still have to like put a stove in, a fridge, and I'm gonna be doing like a lot of decorating videos and stuff, but probably on my main channel. I mean, not my main channel, sorry, like my vlog channel. So let me know if you guys want to see that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video.
Woke up to a brand new day, thought that I was down, but we tryna find a way, never ever get caught up in what they say. Stay true to you, it's gonna be okay. Even in the winter snow, there's still a rose, little wind may blow, and the hate feels low. Stay beautiful, stay beautiful.